Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
Yeah, no, I agreed with Allison, who was just saying like he was weak. It's not like we were huge fans of Christopher Wray, but it is still so irregular. He's Trump appointed. This would be the second Trump appointed FBI director that would not, serve out his 10-year term, right?
100%. And Allison, I know she couldn't say it on the Stephanie Miller Show, but she had some very choice words on the Daily Beans that I read yesterday.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of bleeping. Yeah, he's a coward. Make Trump fire you. You have a 10-year contract. You have 3.5 years remaining. I don't know what the deal is if he resigns, if he gets paid out the rest of the contract. But are you really that dumb? Like, let him fire you and at least get paid out the rest of your contract.
Yeah, and Allison pointed out he's the one that, didn't want to serve the search warrants, on Mar-a-Lago that, blocked. Someone else brought up Kavanaugh. He's the one that let hundreds of tips about Brett Kavanaugh just go in the dumpster.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, was he a great FBI director? No. He made a lot of mistakes, but he was appointed by Trump. And then I just think it's the best thing for the FBI. You think Kash Patel is better for the FBI?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Stand
really
up, make a stand. Like, it's to make him fire you. Somebody was saying, I don't know, Dana, by him stepping down, it means that he couldn't put Kash Patel in as an acting, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully.
Isn't Kash Patel going to be an acting FBI director the entire time anyway?
I don't know.
Everyone in this administration is going to be acting. Yeah. None of them are qualified for the positions they're in.
I know. But who knows where we're at, right? Like Pete Hegseth, that seemed like that was dead, and now who knows? Depends on the cowardice, of people like Joni Ernst, who you've got to be kidding me. A combat veteran who was sexually assaulted is going to vote for Pete Hegseth. Oh my God.
I know. Listen, we've been talking about it. It's the FAFO part. I can't say the first letter, so it's the F around and find out.
Yeah.
We're going to see all of this go down.
Well, yeah, by the way, to your point, you just tweeted some stuff about tariffs. The 60% tariff on China that he's threatening would result for U.S. households, would translate to an annual increase of approximately $1,950 extra per month, right? And you said here it is in black and white for all of you who think tariffs won't hurt the U.S. consumer. Thank you.
And now Trump in every interview he's saying is like, yeah, maybe the United States is going to have to pay them. Yeah, maybe I can't bring down the price of groceries. Everyone fell for this grift. They fell for this grift. I have almost no sympathy.
Yeah.
They fell. Educate yourselves.
And how about Krista Welker asking, can you guarantee that this one, prices won't be higher for American consumers with this? He's like, I can't guarantee anything. I can't guarantee tomorrow. I'm like, oh, that's what you want to hear from the guy with the nuclear codes.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. Right. That's the answer you want. By the way, I love this story because you travel a lot. You said on an AA flight that landed at JFK waiting for a gate, two littles were crying because of their ear pain on landing. After a couple of minutes, the flight attendant started singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. The entire plane joined in, and the kids stopped crying, and this is the world that I want to live in.
Half of the adults stopped crying, too. Because a lot of us were upset. But they did everything they could to soothe the kids. Everyone's like, I love on the social media, everyone's like, you should have done this, you should have done that. And I'm like, lady, these weren't my children, but also their parents did everything they could. And it was just a really touching moment.
Yeah.
That everyone on the plane started singing and the kids got distracted and that was it. It was done.
Yeah. I know. I was saying how many, incidents are the opposite, even that I'm experiencing personally, where Donald Trump has just emboldened people to act like jerks, in whatever, setting it is. And it's just, So
that's exactly what it is. I think I posted on social media, Kamala Harris's stepdaughter. Oh. Emma.
Yes.
She was doing this incredible artwork on one of the pieces of clothing that she designs. And I was like, why are you such a cool human? That was amazing to watch. And some jerk got on there and was like, too bad you just got to have her mother-in-law's help to be a model. And I literally commented, why was that necessary? Do you feel better about yourself now? Like, what are you proud of what you just did? And there was no comment back from them. So maybe at some point someone looks at themselves and goes, maybe that wasn't necessary. But you know what I mean? I just hope that there's something there. But yeah, they are so emboldened and mean since this happened,
And-
since
and they're
November 5th,
always-
like in a way that is surprising.
And
Shouldn't be surprising, but it is.
They're always the victim. We were saying Alina Habba.
Bless you.
Thank you. Saying like, oh, they're picking on Pete Hegseth. They're picking on him. It's like, and look at this Nancy Mace thing. She said I was assaulted by a pro-trans person, and it turns out it was a handshake from an activist who just said, could you please vote for trans rights?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It wasn't even yes, it was a pro-trans person, but it was
Right.
in a foster care.
Right.
It was literally,
Right.
one, she's never been in the foster system. She's never adopted a child. I don't know why she was speaking there. So someone who actually is doing the work out there went up, shook her hand, which I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole right now, but shook her hand and just said, will you please protect the trans kids? That was it.
Yeah.
I was assaulted, and she's like, I have a wrist brace, and now I'm going to be fine. And I'm like, you must have been fine because you were apparently okay to tweet that out, so your wrist might not hurt that badly.
Right.
And she's an awful human being right now.
yeah. And plus, I said at the top of the show, Dana, what's a pro-trans person? We should all be pro-trans. Like, I don't know. I want everyone to live their life in peace, no matter
Yeah.
who you are. I mean, it wasn't even a trans person. It's like, what's a pro-trans person? Someone that thinks we all should have equal rights? Ooh, crazy, woke.
I know. Yeah, no, it's disgusting. I was sort of shocked by the Supreme Court actually coming down and saying that teachers don't have a right to out kids to their parents. And Alito, of course, in his dissent was like, what about parental rights? And I'm like, okay, if you're going to follow that school of thought, then the Tennessee case that you have in front of you, if you believe in parental rights, every parent should be able to decide whether their child has access to gender affirming care. So I hope that one of the justices that's not bought out by a billionaire uses Alito's own dissent against him in this other Supreme Court case, because
Yeah.
it's all BS.
Yeah. So we're going to see that these, as you said, ridiculously unqualified nominees, in terms of the cowardice of the Republican Party. Who was it? Oh, Blumenthal, just we played earlier, said if it was a secret vote, none of them would get in. Does that tell you everything you need to know about the cowardice of the Republican Party and the bullying
100%.
and mob-like quality of the Trump administration? So the incoming Senate majority leader, the reporting is working behind the scenes with his Republican colleagues to cripple the nominations of at least 4 of Trump's nominees, including Tulsi Gabbard at the top of the list.
Thank God.
But someone said you can't have all the same senators go out and say no against all the picks. So he's coming up with some kind of rotation scheme, like. Do you know what I mean? Like where someone, will take the bullet for X nomination, but maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm a sweet summer child.
I think so.
I still I mean, I don't know how many of these, it's hard to wrap my head around that really Bobby Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard and Kash Patel and Pete Hegseth are all going to get in. They are
it's
wildly
horrifying.
unqualified.
Yeah, even though he didn't write the book, The Art of the Deal, if you pay attention to what he's doing, when he put Matt Gaetz up and everyone lost their minds, and they should have, because he has, raped an underage girl and there's an investigation against him and everyone lost their minds, even Republicans. All of a sudden, Matt steps out and they put in Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi looks like a better option because she didn't statutorily rape an underage girl, but she defended him in the impeachment trial. She's a foreign agent. She got a $25,000 donation and dropped the lawsuit. So what you're doing is he puts someone up that's horrifying. Everyone freaks out. They drop out. They put someone in who looks less horrifying, but is actually more dangerous.
But is
It's
on
all
record,
part of the deal.
on tape, saying she will do the exact same things that Matt Gaetz said he would do. Right?
Yeah.
We'll
It's
prosecute
just
the
that
prosecutors.
She is smarter.
Right. Yeah.
She's smarter than Matt Gaetz is.
Yeah. She's like,
I hate to give her that much credit, but I think she
But
is.
she is.
yeah. She's like legal corruption Barbie or whatever. I don't know which
That's
Barbie.
That's exactly who she is. You should trademark that one for sure.
Yes, this is a Tennessee Senator Kenneth Yeager's recent arrest while driving a campaign-funded car on a Georgia vacation. He was the DUI guy that peed his pants.
Right,
I
that
believe.
guy.
Yeah, that's why I started calling them the GOP with 2 E's.
Yeah. What? And his name is Yeager?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the Jägermeister.
Well,
So he was dipping into campaign finances to lease them on top of the DUI, and he is your new nominee to be the head of the Department of Defense, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay. So, yeah, Justice Department veterans feel Trump's nominee to lead the Civil Rights Division signals his administration will invert its legal purpose. Yeah, it is weird. It's going to be, every department's going to be the opposite of what they're supposed to be. Yeah.
This appointee is terrifying for the trans and the LGBTQ community.
Right. Harit Dylan, that's her name, right?
Yep.
She's a prominent anti-woke activist. Oh, God, save me. Confirmed she'll be in a position to reverse many of President Biden's civil rights initiatives. So she will be in charge of suppressing civil rights, essentially, right?
She is. She's actually known for being a detransition lawyer, meaning she defends people that feel like their transition was a mistake. It is a minute amount of people.
Yeah.
She is a horrible woman, and the fact that she's going to be in the civil rights division is terrifying for a lot of people.
And is she
It
the election denier, or am I thinking of some other nominee for something that's
All of them. All of
Well,
them.
Carrie Lake, obviously. She's
right?
an election
Like
denier.
that seems to be the job one is you have to say that Joe Biden lost the 2020 election. I mean, it's just we are fully in the upside down. Oh, here is your friend Allison Gill's tweet. Chris Wray is weak. He wanted to block Garland's search of Mar-a-Lago. He oversaw an FBI that refused to execute Garland's search warrants for the architects of the coup, and now he is obeying in advance by resigning like a coward. Don't let the door hit you, jerk. That's the clean version. Yours is news with
Yeah.
swears, and then she's
Yeah, I can't even say this one. It's
Yeah.
the tweets in front of me, but yeah.
But it's just we've been saying this whole Joe and Mika thing. This bending the knee and obeying in advance is just. Dana, it is such a critical moment in our history, and we keep saying there are democracy warriors out there like Mark Elias and David Frum, and people that are our friend Harry Littman just resigned the L.A. Times rather than his piece at his column at the L.A. Times rather than bend the knee to Trump, which the paper is doing.
Yeah. A lot of countries around the world, they have experience fighting fascism and oligarchs. We don't. We don't as a country. We're sort of babies in that, but we better learn very fast because otherwise this is going to be a long road. But there's other countries around this world that have been able to fight this crap. So I sure hope we are taking a page from their book and people are actually paying attention.
Hey, you know who else said this is a really dangerous time is like the 1930s in Germany and just, stuff like that? Mitch McConnell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That makes my blood boil. I'm like, I can't. He's stepping down. Step down, Mitch. Don't fall down.
the
which
king-
is what he keeps
fall
doing.
down.
Oh, he
Just
did fall
step
down. He is the king
just-
always and forever of Now a Warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, between him and what's her name with her strong-worded emails and on the East Coast, which one is that?
Susan Collins, very
Susan Collins.
concerned.
Between her concerned emails and Mitch McConnell's late warnings.
Now a warning?
Oh, hi. I just finished, I'm going to say, an 11 billion mile bike ride. And thank God I happen to have this magic potion with me, ASEA, as seen on the Stephanie Miller show. It helps my cells communicate better so that I can heal faster from overdoing because I'm lying about my age. I also use it on my face.